Oh, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? This is Doc Holiday. This is HBCU Tonight special edition. All right. Make sure that you like to stream, comment, share, and also subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you hit that notification bell to get everything HBCU Overdrive. I'm gonna throw up in here today, but before we do all that, we still got last minute preparation for SWAC Media Day. So if you want to, you can always hit the Cash App, PayPal, or Zelle to go ahead and send that out. Let me see, make sure everything, my audio is good, my video is good. We are good to go. All right. So we are simulcast between YouTube and Twitter as always. All my folks in Twitter land, make sure that you go over here to YouTube and subscribe to the podcast. And make sure you can follow me on Twitter at HBCU_overdrive. You can also follow me on Instagram under the same name, HBCU_overdrive. You can also follow me over at TikTok at Holiday 1925. And of course, you can follow me on Facebook under my real name, David E. Smith Douglas. But before we get into everything, let's go ahead and hit a commercial break. We'll be right back in just a second. All right.
It's your boy Doc Holiday. We swing to the left, down I-20, and we dip. We going down there for SWAC Media Day, July 16th, 2024. Being hosted at the Sheraton Birmingham Hotel in downtown Birmingham. And we got all schools that's going to be represented in the house on that day. We talking about Jackson State, Valley, Alcorn, Pine Bluff, Prairie View, Texas Southern, Grambling, Southern, Bama State, A&M, Bethune-Cookman, and FAMU. But in order for your boy to get down there, in order for you to get that good content, you got to hit the Cash App, you got to hit the PayPal, you got to hit the Zelle. We also got to hit that Super Chat while we on the live stream. And so, make sure you get your donations in so we can get down there. And like I said, you're going to swing to the left. Hit I-20 and we dip. Yeah, baby.
Be right back.
It's your boy Doc Holiday. Become a subscriber on HBCU Overdrive on YouTube, and you can follow me on all social media platforms at HBCU_overdrive on Twitter and Instagram. You can catch me on TikTok at Holiday1925 and on Facebook under my real name, David E. Smith Douglas. Also, when you become an exclusive family member, you get all the membership perks. You get all the exclusive members only videos, early access to new videos, member shout outs, and members only live chats. And also you can get birthday shout outs on here and win member when you become a subscriber. You can also hit the donation to the Cash App at HBCU Overdrive. You can hit the PayPal, David Smith 1925, and you can hit the Zelle, David E. Smith 30 at gmail.com. Remember, all proceeds go towards the channel, not the pocket.
All right. All right. It is early in the morning by my standards because I usually get off late at midnight from work. And I'm usually still in the bed around about this time, just thinking of my, having my think piece on. But news came down the pipeline and pretty much kind of get my research and, thought about doing it today. And I decided it's time to go ahead and jump on this. But other than that, everybody that's watching on YouTube and watching on Twitter, man, shout out where you're from and what school you represent. Shout out where you're from and what school you represent. And we're gonna have a good productive day today. Now, I was supposed to do a live video today, a live stream today. What's going on, Deputy Mario? I'm supposed to do a live stream today for my preseason top 10 on the D2 side for HBCU football. Now, I'm still going to do that. But like I said, the news that just came into my lap kind of superseded everything else I was going to try to do today. But in fact, I really wasn't going to do it today. I said I was going to do something today with preseason ranking, but I really wasn't going to do anything today because I was tired. I was literally running off of 4 hours of sleep yesterday. So I just want to make sure everything. I just want to make sure how we get this going right now. We got Uncle Israel up in here, Deputy Mario, TMB. Welcome, welcome. I think this is your first time I ever seen you been on here, but welcome. Welcome. Now, this was put out by the Department of Communications at the Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University, also known as FAMU. So, what is going on today? Let me go ahead and get this going. Let me see something. All right. Y'all gonna have to excuse me. I'm still trying to wake up, but it's time for me to get up. It's time for me to get up anyway. So now today this letter was put out this morning. This letter was put out this morning. If you haven't seen it by now, like I said, this was put out this morning, and it is saying that Dr. Larry Robinson will step down from his position. I don't know if it's effective immediately, but let's go ahead and get a read on this right here. Let me go ahead and zoom this in. But if you can't see it, I'm gonna just go ahead and read off on my phone. All right. All right. From the Office of Communications for FAMU, Florida A&M University, this is for immediate release, July 12, 2024. FAMU President Larry Robinson announces plans to step down. Now, this is coming from Tallahassee, Florida. Florida A&M University President Larry Robertson, PhD, today announced that he will step down as president, a position he has held just under 7 years. In a letter to the university's Board of Trustees, Chairwoman Kristen Harper, Robinson expressed gratitude for the opportunity to lead Florida's only public HBCU, which currently enrolls over 9,000 undergraduate and graduate students. The exact date of the departure will be determined in consultation with the Board of Trustees. Robinson is a distinguished professor in the FAMU School of the Environment, a position he held prior to accepting the role as the 12th president of Florida A&M University in November of 2017. It is his intention to return to that position at the conclusion of a year-long sabbatical. Chairman Harper, on behalf of the board, commended Robinson's leadership and the upward trajectory of the university under his tenure. Florida A&M has reached unprecedented heights as the top 100 university and the number one public HBCU for the 5th consecutive year. We have achieved remarkable gains and record-breaking years under President Robinson's leadership. I am honored to have served with fellow trustees alongside our president. His love for FAMU's steady leadership and unwavering dedication to our student success will leave an indelible mark on this university's history. The commitment is shared by his wife, Sharon Robinson, who, like Dr. Robinson, has been a source of inspiration for countless rattlers. We are grateful they plan to remain a part of the FAMU community on the highest of 7 hills. Robinson's letter to the board noted his intention to thank many people in the coming weeks, those whose work and commitments have been a source of support and progress for the university during his presidency. He emphasized the critical role FAMU plays in shaping students' lives and the benefits that the state and taxpayers receive from investments in higher education. Consistent with this operating procedures, the university's Board of Trustees will meet and determine next steps as FAMU continues to boldly strike for student success. That is coming from the Office of Communications at Florida A&M University. Now, this is a letter that was penned by Dr. Larry Robinson, and let's see, it reads as follows. I can't see on the screen. All right, so this is a letter. This is the actual letter that was sent. This is from the Office of the President, dated July 12th, today. So basically, today is a moment of profound significance in my life and my journey at our beloved Florida A&M University. I have made the decision to step down from my presidency at this great institution. As you can imagine, this decision comes with many emotions: pride, joy, gratitude, some sadness, of course, but at the same time, hope and anticipation. That hope is not just about who lies college university in the nation. The achievement was made possible by the strategic guidance provided by the Board of Trustees and the work of so many. Our dedicated staff, faculty, staff, administrators, students, alumni, and my gratitude runs deep to all of you as it does to my chief partner in life, work, and love, the amazing Sharon Robinson, who keeps me grounded and humble every day. The chance to serve our students, the state of Florida, and our nation in this unique role has me more convinced than ever of the transformative power of education. These past few years have only strengthened my core belief in the unique power of HBCUs to shape lives and nurture critical talent that serve our families and communities. To play even a small part in this is the privilege of a lifetime. Rattlers, you are truly, put this out here. Rattlers, you are truly remarkable, and I personally thank each and every one of you, whether you have been a staunch advocate or a thoughtful critic. I cherish your prayers, friendship, wisdom, generosity, and engagement. Thank you for your efforts to help us welcome our new students, enhance our academic programs, and bolster our reputation. FAMU can never be judged by one president or one individual's accomplishments, or even one moment of prosperity or challenge. It will always be about our collective efforts, our resolve, our tenacity, and ultimately our impact on society. The impact of the family has been enlightening, inspiring, audacious, and always a source of inspiration. While I may be stepping down from the presidency, this is not a farewell to my family. Following a sabbatical, I will return to my role as a distinguished service professor in the School of the Environment. I look forward to continuing to contribute to our students' lives and shaping their ability to address the complex problems confronting our world. Whether you are among students, alumni, parents, donors, honorary degree holders, athletic supporters, or friends of FAMU, be passionate in your Rattler pride. Never let it go. We need you. We need you as mentors, advocates, and donors. Work just as hard for FAMU in the future as you do right now. FAMU's future success depends on it. Continue to boldly strike and strike again. And to the students and alumni, even as your FAMU education takes you to places you would never imagine, please leave a part of your heart anchored here at the top of the highest of 7 hills, here along with mine. With profound gratitude and heartfelt appreciation, I remain a Rattler forever. Penn Larry Robinson, president of Florida A&M University. That was a heartfelt letter, and I feel like he really it was even on him that he really did not want to step down, but in all actuality, I think he felt like it was time for him to step down. But even though they made a lot of strides, they also made a lot of mistakes. Especially in his tenure. And the crazy part about it is that most of this, what's up? I got Uncle Said, I gotta talk to you. Most of this has come in the back half, meaning from the time about 2021 all the way until now. This is 2024, so it's been the last three and a half years. All right. Part of it is on the athletic side, but most of it's going to be far more with academics. He has done a great job as far as promoting FAMU to being the #1 HBCU, public HBCU. Let's get that straight. He is this man is not, he's not a dummy, and no slight. He is a world-renowned researcher. That is correct, Uncle Said. And he is a distinguished professor. Distinguished, as far as with the university. And during his tenure, like I said, during his tenure, you've seen a lot of progression. But also during his tenure, you've seen a lot of foolishness. You've seen a lot of uh, negativity that's in the airwaves, and it's been brought on in the last, reality, in the last couple of months. I will talk about that also. Um, so now this goes towards the board of trustees. And we'll talk what part of this has to do with athletics too. But this goes towards the board. This goes forward to the board of trustees, who, by most point, have been appointed by the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis. Now, some of these boards, some of the members of the board were probably brought on by the old governor, Rick Scott. But to have DeSantis as your governor right now, and the way that his ideology and his thought process is the fact that he does not give two licks about FAMU. She does not give two licks about FAMU. So with DeSantis, so hopefully the board does not just get anybody and everybody up in as far as the presidency. But best believe the board is going to try to do. You know what? And I'm gonna be real with y'all. I feel like the board is probably going to pick somebody that will align with them and their agenda instead of aligning with the school and the school's agenda. And to be honest with you, this is like literally all political. This is political. I really don't have too many answers for that. So is it more bingo? Is more of President Robinson being done with having to deal with the dumpster fire in the state house in Tallahassee than a real issue with the school? I think, hey, Adam, I think it's more on both sides. I think it's more on both sides. I think that even with the growth and prosperity of the school, there's always been some negativity that came out of his camp. And really it's been with the last, as far as with athletics, but also with academics, with this latest news about some of the students not being able to pass bar exam from the school of law. Now it's crazy that he's it is crazy that he decided on this day to say, I am going to step down. And And what is going on to me, this sounds like it's going to be a takeover of the school from the state. When you got a radical governor in place with DeSantis, and your state house is predominantly Republican, there's a lot to go into this. And I'm not going to misrepresent that, but I mean, I'm not going to misrepresent that, but it was kind of crazy when you said you outperformed U of M and Florida State with that bar exam. But think of this as a hostile takeover, in a sense. Think of this as a hostile takeover. But also think of it as, well, most of the alums, some of the alums love Dr. Robinson. The rest of them didn't care less about him, and they wanted him out. Now you're going to get somebody, they're going to try to play somebody that's going to fit with their agenda and not the agenda of the school. It's all going, it's everything about this screams political. Everything about this screams political. But since this is more of a sports show, now when it comes to athletics, oh no, look, Mr. Campbell, you are more than welcome. If you ain't busy, if you're not tied up, you are more than welcome to join me on here, and just give me your opinion about what's going on. But you said it's a bunch of qualified applicants. But what does your track record say about having qualified applicants and y'all hiring somebody else that wasn't even on your list? Morning, Amber. I hope you enjoyed being at the Boule this week. This weekend. But at the same time, I mean, you really think about this, it's a lot. Like it was, you could say scandal, but I don't want to call it a scandal. It was a series of unfortunate events. How about that? It was a series of unfortunate events that I feel like kind of led to Dr. Robinson saying, I'm tired. I just want to go back to teach kids about the environment. And I'm going, while y'all go find the person that's going to replace me, I'm going to go and take this year-long sabbatical. So don't even think about calling me in right now. I'm about to go chill. Do you think they lean into forming business school considered like a oversight financially? I feel like they'll go outside. It's not in their nature. They'll go outside of the box. Yep. The move is, and I think it's with the schools. We talked about this on Simona's channel like a couple weeks ago. Is schools that's trying to get R1 status. FAMU is on the list to get an R1 status, and they are on. Their FAMU is on track. They are on track to get R1 status, along with Howard University, Jackson State, and Morgan State, to name a few, to be on track to get the R1 status. And that means high research dollars right there. Also, even you want to get somebody, you want somebody in place like that, I would still get somebody on the academics that cares more, that cares just as much about the academics and also equally care about the athletics. Now, what does this say on an athletic standpoint? Right now, as far as an athletic standpoint, of course, Tiffany Dawn Sykes is the athletic director. I feel like whoever comes in the position coming up as president is going to want to actually bring in their own person. And it's always like that when you get to the point. I believe you on that one. I really do believe you on that one. It always gets, when somebody new comes in, they always want to get to somebody that the person that's coming in always want to pick somebody that has no affiliation with the previous administration. And it's like that with every job. Even in regular world, it's like that. I want to pick something, if I'm going to be managing a company, or if I'm going to be managing a store or something like that, let me just put it in the layman's terms on my end. I'm going to want to bring in somebody that has no affiliation with the previous administration. So, Mr. Campbell, who do you feel like is the interim president? Who do you feel like is going to be on the list of for candidates for president? I like to see. Do you know which schools in Florida already have R1 status? If school is state run, I would think the census would push more R1 money to PWIs. I don't trust him or his admin. Oh man. What's going on, my brother Will? What's happening? Y'all go check out Between the Game Sports, man. That's my guy Will. Known him for a good while, y'all. Doing good content over there. So on the side of athletics, you kind of have a schism. You have some folks that are on the side of the AD, and then you have the rest of the folks that says, let's push her out of there. Right now, until you get a full president, I don't touch the athletic director. I wouldn't touch the athletic director until you get somebody permanent in the president's position. But at the same time, I'm on the side of that's 24/7, 365, bro. But I'm on the side when it comes to this, as far as letting the athletic director do their job. And I know some people are going to have some pushback about what I say about this, but I'm on to the point where I say, let her do her job. I mean, if you don't like how she's doing the job, you can voice your concern to her. And it's up to her if she want to listen to it or not. But other than that, let her do her job. Let's see what you got for me. What do you think of the votes non-confidence through though with 80 sites? Do you think that will come up with the new regime? Thoughts? I think it will come up with the new regime. I think, like I said, when it comes down to it, it's going to be some pros about this and there's going to be some cons about this. I would still I'm on the point of leaving her be. Leaving her be. Let her continue her job until new management comes in and says otherwise. As far as with the school goes, I there's some things that kind of just tip in the scale. Like, okay, and I'm gonna go back with starting in 2021. FAMU's first full year in the conference. It's just on sports, but it's also dealing with academics. You got dealing with APR issues. They handled that. They said they handled that precisely. You go into the new year, you have certification issues that was taken care of. The guys got to be certified. They got to play. And most of them, some of them graduated and stuff like that. I mean, stay quiet for 23. Stay quiet for 23, and then in 24, you get you get hoodwinked by a person who didn't even. I couldn't even snip $1 million off of him. I couldn't even snip $200 off of him. Let me see what everybody got to say. What is funny that is the only thing these red state governments will back HBCUs because it raises the overall state university profile, which helps business recruitment, such as labs, tech, development. Yep, that is true. That is true. Yep. Makes sense. I feel bad for a position though, but in corporate America, new regimes, new people in new directions, sad but true. Yeah, that is true. And that's on the athletic standpoint. But you know, overall, like I think in a sense, after everything that went down in May from the spring commencement with the announcement of the $237 million donation that was supposed to be given to the school, then everybody doing their due diligent research about the person. But other than that, like, and then to find out that the person has a track record for doing the same thing that he just did to you. But in this case, this president, Dr. Larry Robinson, decided to go forward with this big donor gift. And people who had hand in this, I've said this before, all of them need to be fired. Now, with Dr. Robinson, it's just to the point where I'm just going to go ahead and just say, F it. I'm tired. Y'all don't talk, we done talked all about this for the last 2 months. I'm just ready to go back to teach. And then on top of that, getting hit with tornado that kind of wrecked the campus. You turn around with this news about your law school. So I don't know. And I understand the reason where Larry Robinson, look, he's tired. You can see it on his face. He's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and just call it a day. But man, let's see it, like I said, man, let's see it on an athletic standpoint. Because for most of this was we ribbed them on the athletics. Of course, like I said, the fire, in the last couple of years, last 3-4 years, the firing of AD Courtney Gaucher, who decided to broker a deal with HBCU Plus without giving the the without giving the heads up to the president or the board of trustees. But I feel like he wanted to be out anyway. He wanted to go back to PWI status and to be to go back to Power 5. Oh yeah, it's going. Oh yeah, oh yeah, it's going to be a lot of heads that's going to roll. It's from the president straight on down, and get the thing that's not going to be touched is their board of trustees, because why? They are appointed by the governor. But yeah, heads are going to roll. The new person come in, heads are going to roll. Let's keep going back on the athletic side. Courtney Ghosthead gets fired. Of course, you know what? You know, some people trying to figure out why he got fired. We go and hire Tiffany Dawn Sykes, as the new athletic director. Then before she comes on, you had issues with your certification, where you had almost 30 players off the football team and some off the basketball team on both men's and women that were not certified. You were only working with a certain amount of people who could do certification at a time, and basically you righted the ship through that. All right. Then let's go ahead and fast forward. Oh, you know, we're not going to talk about the little small incident as far as the Boston Richie thing, because to me, I just feel like that was not, wouldn't say that was newsworthy, but going into moving on from ending 1 year and you're going into the new year, you try to keep Willie Simmons as the head coach. He been wanting to say that he been saying that he needs he wants an extension. He wants a raise. Don't have the money for it. You go out there and you fundraise the money to keep him as the head coach. You fundraise the money to pay some of the salaries of the other coaches on the football team. Then Willie decides on January the 1st of 2024 that I'm taking my talents over to Duke University and help out my friend Manny Diaz to try to bring an ACC title to Durham, North Carolina. Now, this is where I say the board of trustees don't need to stick their business when it comes to athletics. They don't need to stick their nose in the business of athletics. They just need to know what's going on around the school, but they don't need to know about athletics. That's the reason why you hire AD. Then the coaching search debacle. I'm going to be on the side of, this is where I'm going to be on the side of right. Just because you tell me, well, this person right here, they want this person in this position, don't mean that I have to follow your every last word of what you say. So, like I said, I'm going to hire the most qualified person who I feel can lead the university, and in case the football team, to glory. Hence, that's the reason why she wanted to get Sean Gibbs from Fort Valley. Give him a chance. Of course. But then, of course, you already know that there was going to be some backlash. There was always going to be backlash with her doing that. And this created the schism. That's what I call it. This almost like a civil war in a sense, if you really think about it. When they didn't want to listen to her, she said, we're gonna do a coach. She wanted to do a coach search. She did a coach search. They hired a coach from within. Should have done it beforehand, but too many chiefs, not enough Indians in this whole scenario. Hired a head coach. We fast forward to May in the hiring of the basketball coach. I'm doing the job. I like his qualifications, what he did, what he was doing, at his previous job. Board of Trustees felt like, let's take that back. Kid gets mad. He got kicked. He said he got kicked off the team, and when in reality, nobody got kicked off the team. We already broke down that. He went to go tell his daddy. Daddy went to go tell the board of trustees to try to get some sort of influence about what the AD is doing, about what the basketball coach is doing, and stuff like that. It's just a whole bunch of mess. Whole bunch of mess. And that's on the athletic side. On the academic side, there was growth, there was prosperity coming into FAMU. So it is what it is. Look, I'm just putting it out there. President Robinson did a remarkable job with making FAMU the number one HBCU, public HBCU. In his 7 years as the head man of the university. But now you can have a list. Uncle Steve, and I understand, Uncle Steve, you can have a list of people that you would think would qualify for the president's job. But guess what? With the way y'all track record is, y'all board of trustees don't care about that. So at the end of the day, President Robinson actually did a remarkable job with the university. He was one of the, I would say, the longer tenured presidents in the modern, and this new era right here than what you would see with at other schools. Other than that, I hope y'all board does the right thing. I hope y'all board do the right thing, hire the person that is going to be the most qualified person, that is going to have the school at heart, that is going to he's going to really think about academics as much as athletics. Um, I would say, let her do her job as far as AD. Let her do a job. Leave it alone. But I'm gonna be on this thing for a long time. Um, when it like be the AD, I wouldn't mind being the AD at Valley either. But she the AD of Florida A&M University. I just say, let her do a job. Let her do a job. But excuse me. There's some very, like I said, there's some very unfortunate news to hear when you wake up up out your sleep, and you're gonna hear some more. You're gonna hear some more from Timona over on She Loves D. You're gonna hear more from other folks that's into the whole diaspora of HBCU, HBCUs overall. And then really think about it, Larry Robinson was ready to retire last year. Come on now, you doing too much, bro. You doing too much. Uh, but anyway, other than that, y'all, like I said, I'm still trying to get the very last minute donation to get my black ass to Birmingham. All right, like I said, my dumb ass. I wouldn't call myself dumb, but uh, the rent robbed me of my money. So I know what the NFL means. Um, so I'm trying to get something, at least get down there. I get paid on Tuesday, so I should be fine on Tuesday. But Uncle said they talk to you once I leave up out of here. Um, well, again, back to the drawing board for FAMU. Y'all think check out She Loves D at 1:00 p.m. Central to Eastern. She will be live also, but until then, I am going to go ahead and get up off this thing, try to get my day started. meaning get my black ass back in bed for a little bit before it's time for me to roll out of here to go to work. We'll probably be back. I'm trying to do something on Saturday, tomorrow morning, before I roll to work. Please, y'all, please. I appreciate everybody, even the people all folks on Twitter, man. Please, if you can't see this message, please. And other news, man, I'm very proud. I'm very proud of my daughter, my youngest daughter, who is 9. She is actually going to Atlanta to being part of a modeling show. And I'm very proud of my daughter for doing that and showing that she is most worthy of doing things like that. And also, they will be going to Atlanta on the 17th, and I will be coming back from Birmingham on the 17th. At the 8th, gotcha. So yeah. Oh my goodness. And y'all just don't know how much right now that I am going off fumes this whole week. I spent like 4 days off for the holiday and really didn't ask for it. The only thing I asked for was for 4th of July off. But other than that, man, I've been going off the fumes. I've been riding on it. What they say, when you don't eat, you ride on excitement. That's what I've been riding on. I've been riding on excitement. I've been riding on a wave. I have been going. I have been just going and going. So even with my little my contribution to help high, with my child support and stuff like that, I'll be going on fumes. I'll be rubbing on fumes. I work. I do this. I'm coming up with other things coming down the pipeline. What's going on, Tonyo? Hey, Tonyo, we're going to come up with something, and we're going to come up with some JSU football stories. But I need you and Story, and see if you can get some other folks off the football team around that time when TC was on the team and when he played. And we need to have a conversation about how it was back when y'all was on the team in the late 90s, early 2000s. So I want to put something like that together. That could just listen to that conversation with Jay Smooth, aka Jimmy Smith, from Monday. Um, was it Monday? Was that was Wednesday? Wednesday. From Wednesday, just had I had my mind was just thinking. My mind was just it's just just going just like that. So I want to see if we can try to get some of y'all together, man, and we can have a conversation. And I'm gonna see if I can get see if we can get Cat on here, and if anybody can find Corey Bradford. If y'all can find Corey Bradford, let him know we need to get him on here too. He a part of this whole thing too. So yeah, I was thinking about that, and I've been meaning to propose it to you, to see if you wanted to go ahead and do that. See if you get some folks on there. Hit me up. Tell them to hit me up on if they got Twitter, or they can hit me up on Facebook. To me it don't matter. But I like I said, I've been running off of fumes. I probably not had maybe 4 or 5 hours of sleep every night. Coming in late at night from work, thinking about doing a show, prepping for the show, getting the stream ready for the show, waking up, making sure I'm good, teeth looking white, breath smelling like like peppermint, face on gleam. But yeah, I'm I've been running off fumes, and it ain't gonna stop. I go in tonight from 4 to midnight. So guess what? When I get off of work, guess what? I'm gonna be running on fumes, trying to get some together for a show to do on Saturday with HBCU D2 football preseason poll. Hey Jay-Z, man, I wish I could, but that ain't never I ain't never operated like that. Since I've been, man, probably since I've been a young one. Since I've been a youngster, I ain't never operated like that. I've always operated like gotta get it. Gotta keep it going. Y'all hear it firsthand. It's on wax. If you in the Memphis area, if you in M Town, Funkstown, Uncle said if you have the interest HBCUs at heart with your kiddos and stuff like that, the pool is open. He is extending an invitation. But yeah, man, I'm gonna try to get this when I get home. Try to get that going. Do the shows tomorrow around 11 or 10 in the morning. Get that going. Go to work. This time I get off at 10. Now I was thinking about doing a late night session because nobody does late night sessions on YouTube. But I'm thinking about doing that. So I might do that late night session. Sunday, probably do one more show before Monday, and then Monday I'm trying to roll up out of here. I'm trying to roll up out of here on Monday. And more likely, if I roll out on Monday, I will be I don't mind doing this. It'll be Monday evening, and I don't mind doing this. I'll roll out on a Greyhound. I've done it before. this ain't nothing new to me. I would roll out on that Greyhound, get to Birmingham that morning, freshen up, and be ready to roll with the big dogs and do the job, and then try to enjoy myself a little bit in Birmingham before I roll back out to come back home to Dallas. Oh, while you up here, JT, Jeremiah, this evening, yes, this evening, if you're not in Dallas, if you have the MLB network, please tune in tonight for the HBCU Swingman Classic. That it will be live tonight from Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas, as a part of the Major League Baseball All-Star festivities weekend. Now, if you are in the area, thank you, bro. If you are in the area of Arlington, Texas, the whole DFW, the Metroplex, I think there are still tickets that are on sale right now, starting at $15. Starting at $15. If I did not have to go to work today, I would have called JC, called Tim, pick my, hey, bruh, let's roll to Arlington, bruh. Like, for real. I'll be watching baseball. I would have called Jeremiah. Come scoop your boy up. I tell Jeremiah, come scoop your boy up, man. I got the camera ready and everything. I really want to be in attendance. But make sure we got a lot of representation with these squads, y'all. So and it's good. Let's give if you, like I said, if you're in the area, it's good to go see them up close and personal. If you're away and you can't be here, you can, like I said, watch it on the Major League MLB network tonight. What time tonight? Jeremiah, is it at like 6:00? Oh, I'm practicing my questions now. I've been writing my questions down for everybody. All right. 7 p.m. Central. Please tune in tonight on Major League Baseball Network for the HBCU Swingman Classic HBCU All-Star Game. This is a great event that is, of course, put on by one of my favorite players of all time, Ken Griffey Jr. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, I meant to say that I do something. I know today it's Friday. I knew today it was Friday, and I was like, oh shoot, if I really didn't have to work today, I would have been at that game. I would have been at that game. If y'all, Uncle Israel, if you watched the show last night from my boy Lionel, aka PB versus Everybody, that was I watched it. It was a very interesting show for him. At least the top 10 rankings for Division I HBCU football. Of course, I did mine yesterday afternoon, and a lot of people had some skepticism about my list, but the criteria was already laid out the way I did my list. It was done for the fact that if you have not, If you have not watched it yesterday, I need y'all to go watch it because I did make some great points. Now, in my criteria, not only did I take in what happened last season on the field, but I also took into consideration coaching changes. Also took into consideration players leaving out of the portal, jumping in the portal. I took into consideration players leaving through graduation, also leaving for the pro ranks. So you're gonna think he's gonna have the best preseason rankings. But at the end of the day, if you kind of switch up his list, it looked kind of exactly like mine. Basically, he had the same teams that I had ranked on my end yesterday, which he paid attention to the show yesterday. And I don't think it's what I did as far as my rankings was a homer ranking, but I just put in a lot of consideration. Now, when it comes to rankings, you can always move up, or you can always move down, or you can always move out of the top 10. That's the reason why they're called rankings. And of course, every week, I'm going like I did last season, every week I am going to put out my top 10. I'm put out my top 10 for D1, and I'm also going to put out my top 10 for D2. But I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying right there, man. But at the end of the day, it's all on opinion. It's all on opinion. So, like I said, with preseason, what I did with preseason was a lot of things. Like I said, play on the field. All right. Then if you go into the off season, what did you lose? What did you gain? Is there continuity in your program? Is there stability in your program? Is there going to be hype around your program? So when it came down to it, now I could have switched between Jackson State and Howard between the 2 and the 3 spot. I was thinking in my head, Howard got some issue. They just got a quarterback issue, but they bring back majority of the whole team. Almost the same way in the sense of with Jackson State, they bring back majority of the whole team. But the question about them was that they had a lot of coaching changes on the coaching staff. But I feel like TC made some decisions, the right decisions as far as his coaching staff. Do you feel like that's going to be there for a very long time? But I also, like I said, I also took in consideration players leaving out via the portal, via transferring to another school, via graduation, via going for into the pros. Those were my considerations. What do you gain back? How many projected starters you have on offense that you brought back? How many projected starters you brought back on defense? So it comes into it's one of those things you gotta think about, and it's like if we just going with just the play on field, that was what you would get. But if you go into if you go into also play on field, but also the other ramifications of why I put these people, or why I put the institutions, these teams in the placing that I have them, you will truly understand. But we both brought the energy. We both brought the look of it. I was still tripping about the title pie that he put out. I'm still interested about it. So I'm gonna go back and watch that again. I ain't gonna steal nothing from him because that's his idea right there. Originality is key to everything. Um, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna be honest with you, they're gonna probably say Miles Crowder is gonna be the offensive preseason player of the year. Or you could put in there Earl Mulligan, you could put in you could put in Andrew Body, and I think that's gonna be the one that's gonna be the 3 choices that's up there. The only way we know is when we, of course, get the media day, and I don't vote for it. The SIDs and the coaches vote for all this stuff. But when it all comes out, best believe your boy gonna be on job. But anyway, if you haven't done it by now, make sure if you are more than welcome to, you're more than likely, please donate to Let's Get Me Down there. Like I said, you go to Cash App, PayPal, or Zelle right now to fund the rest of this good trip that I'm trying to take. First and foremost, it's a business trip. First and foremost, it's going to be a business trip. Second is making sure everything goes the way it's supposed to go. Make sure the setup goes the way it's supposed to go. Make sure it is playing correctly. I want to give a shout out to the SWAC office. I want to give a shout out to the SWAC office for bestowing me the honor of coming to SWAC Media Day for the second year in a row. This is not going to be just a one and done or 2 years and that's it. This is going to be an every year thing, and then after that, I'm a branch out. I'm a branch out. I want to go to the SI. I want to go to the SIAC Media Day. I want to go to CIAA Media Day. I want to go to the MEAC Media Day. It's crazy that the American Athletic Conference is having their Media Day here. I think next week or so. I wouldn't mind going to that. It's here in Dallas. It's here in Dallas. But yeah, I want to thank I'm gonna be at proper rest, bro. I'm gonna be at proper rest. I'm gonna be good, bro. I'm gonna be good. I just know this weekend is grind time, and I gotta grind, y'all. I gotta grind. But again, like I said, I want to thank Andrew Roberts, the associate commissioner, on everything that he's doing, and how they have everything set up. So, like I said, I appreciate it. And hopefully we can, maybe one day I can go to work for the SWAC office on the media side. We're going to keep media side. But other than that, y'all, Jeremiah keep telling me I need to go to sleep. Shoot, it's 11:30, bro. I gotta be out the house by at least 2:55. So, that's something I really would appreciate. So let's try to make all this happen, y'all. This is a dream for me. This is a dream that I really am turning into reality. I told this to my aunt, my aunt who's the Prairie View mom. I told her that I'm going to be talking about sports. I'm going to be on TV talking about sports, or I'm going to write something talking about sports. And within 2 years, I have done it. I have truly done it. And I manifested it into what you have right here, right now. But yeah, but yeah, it's 11:30. Well, like I said, I'm not gonna be on here too long. Of course, like I said, breaking news: FAMU president is stepping down. To be determined. So so just think about this. We talked about this yesterday. Every game for Jackson State will be televised. Think about it. Every game for Jackson State will be televised either on ESPN Plus or on HBCU Go. And I think this year is the first year for Jackson State to be televised on HBCU Go. I don't know what they're chirping in the background, but it's something. Appreciate you, Mr. Cook, Mr. Tony. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. My man Tony done put it, like he said, look, I'm putting my money where my mouth is. It's time to get it going. Appreciate you, sir. Appreciate you, sir. Appreciate you for the $20 donation. Anybody else want to go ahead and send it in? My man Tony Cook done started it out today. You are more than welcome to do it today, tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Doesn't matter which day. As long as we try to get to realize that this is not just a dream, but this is reality for me. Is that a blue jay chirping in the background? I don't know if it's a blue jay chirping in the background, but that's some country. You got some country ass ears right there. But then again, my microphone picks up a lot of things. Yo, Will, we got to talk about the pitfalls of AAU basketball. We got to talk about the good and the bad when it comes to AAU basketball, man. Hey man, hey man, we so I met a kid and his parent yesterday, his mom yesterday at work. So they are from the South. They are from I want to say South Texas, but Hill Country. Uh they are from Buda, Texas, which is in between Austin and San Marcos, right? So I'm looking at him like, oh, okay. He got to be about 6'8", 6'9". He they was here for they're here for an AAU tournament, bro. And so I asked him, I'm like, so I look at I'm like, yeah, I know you here for AAU tournament. Y'all here for AAU tournament? They was like, yeah. So I'm like, where you from? She's like, we're from Buda. I said, oh yeah, I've been to Buda. Buda, Cal, San Marcos, around that, been around that area. She's like, I've never heard anybody that knows that area like that. I said, yeah, trust me, I've been down that way. I used to have a friend that moved from Atlanta and started working with. She was doing AmeriCorps and at Texas State, and then she took on a whole full-time position at Texas State. So we knew about that. But I'm looking at it like they was telling me like there's some issues with the AAU circuit. But so I asked him like, I said, you 6'8", you like, yep, how you know? I'm like, man, I can just tell. I'm like, my father-in-law was 6'9". But then I asked him like, well, how old are you? He's like, man, I'm 16. What? He's like, I'm 16 years old. I was like, damn. Like, so he's like, yeah, I'm going to my junior year in high school. Really? I said, they got you playing the post, they got you playing the forward, what they got you said, they got you playing the post. That's like, well, you gotta get bigger for that. But it just reminded me like you can have a team go out there and just wing it and play and beat folks by 40 or 50 points, but then where's development at? Where's the development of having good sportsmanship? Where's the development of having, moves like combination moves, counter moves, especially if you are a postman, especially if you're a guard. Where is that being taught to these kids? And I don't say the Europeans are overrated, but at the same time, where is the development when it comes to these kids? And not just the athletic development, but the development of how to live your life, the development of good sportsmanship, development of being a good citizen, a good person. We don't see none of those things right now. My guy right here, Will, is teaching his AAU team how to have good sportsmanship and to be a good person in today's society right now. Thank you. You gotta be able to develop. Anyway, JP Jeremiah telling me to take my ass to sleep. But anyway, y'all, look, be back on probably tomorrow morning. like I said, the grind don't stop. In the words of the illustrious Aubrey Miller Jr., this shit don't stop. Make sure y'all tune in for another show, for another jam-packed show tomorrow. I'm your boy, I'm your guy, I'm your host, Doc Holliday. This is HBCU tonight. Powered by HBCU Overdrive. Make sure that you like the stream, comment, share, most of all, subscribe to the channel. We are being, like I said, we have been simulcast between YouTube and Twitter today. We always do that. For all those posts on Twitter, make sure you go follow me on Twitter at HBCU_Overdrive. Also, if you want to come on to the dark side to YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to join the Overdrive family, hit the join button for the good low price of $4.99. But as always, man, look, y'all stay blessed, y'all stay safe, hug your loved ones, stay dangerous. The donation is still going. Appreciate you to Mr. Tony Cook for getting it started. You're more welcome to do it offline also. But we out this thing. Till next time. Peace.